Hi there, it's Jo here from Creative Empowerment, and today we're doing a pick a card reading all about your goals and dreams. So I have no more details than that, but that's what we're sort of looking at today. As always, please like this video if you get some value out of it. Please make sure that you're subscribing so that you don't miss a video, and follow me on Facebook if you would like to stay more connected. 4 piles about your hopes and dreams, and we have a K2 crystal on pile number 1. So if that is drawing you, then pile number 1 is yours. We have some blue kyanite on pile 2. Pile 3 we have mystic merlinite. I now know what it is. And then pile number 4 we have a beach find stone. So when you know which pile is yours, there will be timestamps in the description box below, and I will see you in your reading. Hi there, pile number 1 with the K2 stone. This is a really high vibrational stone, very good for helping you with your psychic senses. For you, we have the Ace of Voices. So a card here really talking about your ability to express yourself, and for me it also feels like it's bringing down higher knowledge and wisdom. So just putting that in there. Then we have the Tower, which is coming straight at you. Yeah, there's some interesting information going on with that card. And then we have the Strength card reversed. So for me, these 3 cards, it's like they're telling me that there's something really important that you want to bring through, that you're going to bring through, but I feel like either you're not yet ready to bring it through, or you're doubting that you have the ability to bring it through, or there's some things that aren't quite right, because the Tower talks about something being built on the wrong foundation. So that there's something on your level of grounding that is not yet ready to take you where you want to go. There's something about your foundations, your structure, that is not strong enough to take you to the heights that you're looking to go to. And I keep being drawn to the pyramid. So we've got a pyramid and another pyramid coming down. So there's some interesting stuff going on there. So perhaps Egypt is highlighted for you, perhaps sacred geometry and ancient knowledge. I did talk about that with the owl coming through. And perhaps you have a block when it comes to bringing something through that you're either meant to bring through, or that is there and it's available for you. Okay, and we have travel. Interesting. So perhaps some travel will help you unlock, what it is, your goals and your dreams, or perhaps travel is your goal and dream. Perhaps that is what's coming in for you. I like that idea. It feels really good for me, and that I always see this as, that I think that's her hip, but to me it looks like a pregnant belly. So I always feel like there's like opportunities on the horizon. Now I know that we're in a world that's, coming out of pandemic, and that the travel is something that's not highlighted for a lot of people. But I feel like that's going to be, less so as we move forward. So your goals and dreams, there's something that you want to communicate, okay? So there's perhaps you want to be a travel writer or a travel blogger, or I don't know. There's, that's very limited really compared to the amount of people that might be watching this. But I feel like, yeah, these cards are always in the upright, and they've all come out in the reverse. You've got a lot of reversals coming in for you, and I feel like I don't know whether you feel like your goal is blocked because of coronavirus, because of what's happening in the world at the moment. I feel like you want to do a lot of things, but you're not able to do them. You're much more hemmed in and controlled than you really want to be. The Nine of Cups here and the Two of Pentacles together, those 2 cards are making me feel like if I had the choice, I'd be long gone. But at the moment, it feels like I don't even have the choices available to me. The Four of Swords definitely feels like, and the Chariot together, it's like you're it's on hold. Your dreams and what you plan for yourself or have been planning for yourself is definitely on hold. The Ten of Cups there, you are looking to fulfill yourself or to fill up your own cup with journeys, with travel, with doing things that feel like they're beyond the everyday. I don't know what that means, so I'm not going to explain that. Yep. It's like you're set to travel, you're set to do things your way. And I liked the way it came through, which is that idea that it's beyond the everyday. Because perhaps you're doing spiritual travel, perhaps you're going to ancient places to see the pyramids, to connect with the spiritual identity of the place. But you're definitely going, or that's your dream anyway, should I say, because this is a group reading. And I feel like the things that are stopping you at the moment won't continue, like that, they will change. Okay, so I wanted to bring in some more cards for you. So some guidance cards and some outcome cards. So the guidance, and this is the outcome. So we have emotion, we have tranquility in the reverse. I feel like these cards are talking about you perhaps maybe reining your ideas in. And I don't think you'll like that idea, because this is who you are, and the Page of Wands is who you are. You really want this travel, feels like travel mostly for most people here. And this connection with something else, you really want it because you're passionate about it. But I feel like if you adapt or if you change your plans, I feel like you'll get results. I'll feel like you'll be able to do what you want to do. It won't be exactly what you want. It won't come in exactly the same way, but you will get somewhere. So I feel like for you that if you stick to your old plans, if you keep going back to, but I wanted to travel the world, I wanted to go to the pyramids, I wanted to go to Giza, whatever this is, because this is a group reading, so it's not going to be for everybody, then you're going to be left out in the cold. You know what I mean? Like, if you keep going back to your original plan, you're not going to get where you want to go. So, and that's it. This is a group reading, and I can feel the resistance in my body. Like, my solar plexus is like, it feels like my self-esteem is attached to this, because maybe I've been telling everyone all my life that I'm going. Maybe everyone thinks I'm going. The two of Wands. It's in your DNA. You will go. You've got to adapt. You've got to change, and see this as, don't see it as work. Don't see it as don't begrudgingly go forward with your hopes and dreams. You've got to adapt them so they become yours, so that they are equal to what it is you wanted. So sometimes when we change and adapt something, it might feel lesser to begin with. But sometimes if we simply change wording, that my travel might begin, or my travel begins by traveling around Australia or wherever you may live. And then, that your goals are just a bit further out. Your goals and dreams just become that bit further forward, and that this other travel is going to fulfill you in different ways, because the Wheel of Fortune is talking about, you being lifted up and moved beyond what you're normally going to be experiencing. Wheel of Fortune can be talking about that travel. I feel that the travel is here. I feel like you will go. I feel like whatever restrictions are on you currently, that they'll shift enough so that you can make progress. Don't get stuck in your old thinking, because it'll keep you there. There will be justice here for you. So that means that this does come to fruition for you. It is about realizing that you can have success here when you adapt and change. Now, I know that there is resistance to that, because I can feel it. The rosemary in memory, that is what I'm talking about. That's success. Leo is about It's a sun energy. It's about feeling good about what it is you do, and not regretting it. You know, this is the thing that may block your goals, or may make your goals and dreams. They may make you, get stuck. And this is all this stuff here. Like, it's not working out the way you wanted it to. It's not progressing the way you wanted. But it's, and this says, regret. I know that I cannot change the past. You don't want to be in the future going, I wish I did travel. I wish I did do that, because I didn't do it because I was annoyed at what the situation was, etc. And now I'm guilty. And I feel guilty because I can't do it anymore, or whatever the situation will be. This is about your soul's growth. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. And we've got forgiveness here. So it's about understanding that whatever situation you find yourself in with your hopes and dreams, it doesn't mean they're off the table for you. What it does mean is you need to adapt and change, and still be grateful for the experiences that are coming for you. Still plan these other dreams that you have, and these goals where you may go to the pyramids, or you may go wherever your place is, whether it's Chalice Well or whatever. I feel that you'll eventually get there. It may not be in the way that you first planned it, and it's about forgiving whatever it is, because this stuff is, look at all the orange, like you can't just find all those orange cards. You are very passionate about this goal of yours. You will get there. It's about realizing that sometimes we have to adapt, but we can't be really ungrateful, or we can't be, we have to forgive some things, because these things can come back and bite us when we don't let them go enough. Because when something is blocked from us, it means the universe is showing us that there's something slightly different, something slightly better for us at this point in time. And that's important for you. So it's at this point in time you need to find the tranquility and settle your emotions when it comes to this travel, because there will be some great memories that will come from your travel. And it's about adapting and changing it to what you can currently do. It's like, so that you start those processes, the little steps, and then later on you'll take those big steps. But if you stop yourself from enjoying the potential of this, then you'll really regret it. It's not about that for you. It's about understanding that whatever the situation, it's meant to be this way for you. It's not an accident. There's no one blocking you or stopping you. It's meant to be this way. You'll get what you want. It's about understanding that that your drive and your passion need to be tempered by the situation that you're in. And I know that that's not a great message, but that's the one that I've been asked to give you. I hope you've enjoyed this reading or got some value out of it. If you have, please like, share, and I hope to see you again in a reading soon. Bye for now. Hi there, pile number 2, if you chose the blue kyanite. This is your reading today, all about your hopes, your goals. This is interesting because your group, when I've been shuffling the cards, it's changing it to hopes. And this reading is about goals and dreams. And this, for you, this is about hopes and dreams. A really strange little turn that we've taken here. So I'm going to use 3 words for you, and that is hopes and dreams. Hopes and dreams. So yours is hopes and dreams. I feel like this group, you've got the career card sitting down here. You've got the Knight of Inspiration. So some really, exciting, moving kind of energy, but you've also got the Page of Inspiration, so in the reverse, and then the Page of Materials in reverse. To me, it feels like you've had lots of stop-starts in your career, that you've had, well, I'm hearing the word failures. I don't know if they're failures. Maybe you're talking to them about yourself as failures. Maybe you're seeing, you're a passionate person. Maybe you're seeing these things that haven't worked out as there's regrets, but it's like you're believing what other people might have said about you. You're thinking that you don't have the goods to deliver. I think that's the best way I can say it. I hope that makes sense for you. Yeah, there's been some stop-starts in your career, and your hopes and dreams about your career have not yet, at this point, come to fruition. They've not done what you wanted them to do, and I'm really getting this energy of you trying really hard to make things work that have seemed not quite right, okay? And you have lots of passion, you have lots of excitement, you've tried really hard, I know that. But there's also this aspect here of maybe you weren't terribly good at what you were trying to do, and part of me wants to say because it wasn't the right thing for you. However, part of you wanted to persist because you thought you had to, or that you thought that was what you were interested in. And I don't know which one of those things it is, and it's a group reading, so it might be either or not any of them, because yours might be a bit different. But we have the Death card showing up here. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings, because this is why these things haven't succeeded. This is why your career has been stop-start. This is why it hasn't gone where you thought it was going to go. However, it's your pride that's stopping you from moving forward, because your pride is saying, well, if you keep failing at this thing, and I'm using some really descriptive language here, like failing, and I used something else before and I can't remember what it was now, but lots of judgment of the self, lots of disbelief in yourself, and belief that perhaps you're not very skilled at this, perhaps you're not any good at it. Like there's a lot of judgment coming in about yourself. Your pride has taken a tumble, but it's still there, and part of it's creating the conflict. I love myself and I see myself in everybody, but you're not seeing yourself in everybody. You're seeing yourself as an outsider who doesn't fit in. You're seeing yourself as somebody who can't make things work, and that way of seeing yourself is not a good one. It is not where you want to be, and it's not going to take you where you want to go. It is holding on to this old stuck energy that is resisting and stopping you from moving. When you come into the King of Wands, so here we've got the Page, the Knight, and then we're moving to the King. When you come into the King of Wands, which is much more about almost demanding success from life, that's how I feel like the King wants to talk to you. It's like you stop making excuses for the things that don't fit in your life, and you realize that when you know, like with a surety, with a certainty, the things that you want in your life, you then start going forward with them with this passion that you have, okay? I feel like you haven't picked the right thing yet. So I don't know if you're a young person or not, because we do have some young cards here. The pages are all that they're inexperienced. We also have the Fool in reverse, which can talk about naivety or starting something when you're not ready to start it. And we also have the Page of Inspiration reversed. So there could be a bit of a recklessness here. There could be, starting things before it's your time is kind of how I'm sort of feeling it. And I don't know if that's accurate for everybody, so just bear with me. You have a lot of courage. You have this drive. You have this passion, and I can see that very clearly. But sometimes maybe your thought processes don't always meet the mark, and I don't even really understand what that means. But what I'm getting at, the stop-start is because it's meant to be that way. You're not following your passion. You're not following the things that are right for you. You're listening, I don't know whether you're listening to other people or whether you're taking what you think might be the easy path for some of you. You're doing things not based on your own choices. That however that works out for you, that is what I'm feeling. The abundance card here from Buffalo is talking about you're always provided for in all ways. Your career at the moment, while it's not shaping up to be how you want it to be, this is about adapting. And I was waiting for this card to come, the Magician. So I'm going to come back to him a little bit later. This situation calls for adaptability and innovation and ingenuity. You've got to stop believing that you're somebody that you're not. I don't understand how this works for all of you, but I don't know whether you've planned a career because someone told you that's what you should be doing, whether this is hospitality or whether this is medicine, whatever, it can be the highest, lowest, whatever. Or whether you've been told you can't have a career because, you might have a learning disability or whatever it is. I don't know. But stop listening to other people. You have plenty of passion, and I feel really, really emotional and I want to cry. Because there are too many people who are slowing down your progress because you're listening to them. You're listening to whatever their narrow judgments are about you. Your soul path has nothing to do with anybody else, and don't listen to anybody else. You will find your way when you start connecting back into who you are. Okay, you're a passionate, excited person, and there's something that you're here to do. Your soul has a purpose and a plan, and it knows what your hopes and dreams are. So that's why this hopes, because you're not even prepared to make it a goal because you're too scared that it won't happen because of what the past has shown you, okay? But the thing about that is it's about healing that, okay? The Temperance card is always about healing. It can show up in other ways, But for me, I do feel that it's a healing card. This is a card of feeling like you've been locked out of the world. And I don't know how that's showing up for you. You may have, I'm feeling like I am getting a disability, but it may be special needs. It may be something like that. You've been carrying this burden probably your whole life, or for a lot of your adult life in particular. And it does feel it's coming back to childhood, something going on there. But I feel like you've been told that you won't be successful, that you can't have the life that everybody else has, that this is not something that you can achieve. This is what you've been told, and this is not what life is about. Life is about doing it on your terms. Life is about having the confidence and courage over here to take it on in your way with the King of Wands. Be bold and take charge and have confidence. Some people want other people to live a smaller life because they're frightened for them. Some people only know one way. Some people, they may be family, they may be friends, but maybe they can't even contemplate what your life could look like, because for them, they only see the deficit. They only see the things that you can't have. And that's a huge burden for you to carry, everyone else's expectations, and perhaps that's why your career or your dreams about that, your hopes and dreams around that have been faltering. Perhaps you haven't had somebody who's had your back, believing that you can do what it is you set your mind to. And again, I'm feeling quite emotional because it's time to leave that shit behind for you. Let it go. Whatever somebody has told you about you growing up, it's time to let that go too. There's some change happening for you, and this is good. Like my energy is shifting because I feel like whoever these people are, they've had your best interest at heart. But the thing is, these are their narrow judgments. This is not you. This is not who you are. And I love that because Spirit just keeps guiding me. The next card here is Badger. Perseverance. Dig in and see it through to completion. Yeah. Don't let their narrow judgments and beliefs be the thing that dictates to you what's going to happen in your life. Your life is your life, okay? And it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. What does matter is what you think, okay? Your thoughts are the things that matter here. And you are the star of your life, and it's about taking some action and getting what you want from life. having the courage to do it. Ask for what you want, okay? Now, there's a lot of cards here that I haven't talked about, and if you are watching and not just listening, I get it. And so I've got to come back to them. But I'm getting excited because I can feel your energy changing as I'm talking. The Ace of Swords, you have something that you want to do. You have an idea. You've got to go for it. The Star card, it's talking about you and your development, about you becoming the hero in your life. You know what I mean? Like not being a side or a bit player, but stepping into the biggest role of your life, which is what you want. These Swords cards, they're like being really determined. This determination, where's that? The Badger, perseverance, determination, ingenuity. There's some strong cards in here for you. I don't think I've talked about the King of Cups. Perhaps people have been very emotional when they come to talk to you about what things are, because perhaps they see the lack, perhaps they see, the limitations, but that's okay. That's their stuff. Stop being bloody hemmed in by it. I just, other people's stuff is their stuff. And yes, you're going to come across people who are going to bring that stuff back in your face, but they're not the only people in the world. This is about finding the people that are ready to accept you on your terms, who are ready to help you achieve your goals. There's some big change coming for you. Now, the more that you get into this energy of knowing what it is that you want, really driving forward with it. And you might take some time, okay, to plan some of this stuff, to get over some of this stuff that you've been experiencing. The Fool here talks to me about, again, maybe not being ready for the next steps just yet. The Six of Wands in reverse, again, another card telling me. The Six of Wands here again. These are cards telling me about your doubt, okay? This is your doubt here. This is where you're going to step now if you don't take some time out, okay? So this is a big call for some time out for you. You need to refocus. You need to, instead of hopes and dreams, you need to start setting goals. I'm going to get really serious with you now, sorry. Pile number 2. There is a lack of focus here for you. You've lacked focus because of those things I've been talking about. It is time now to get serious, to get focused, and to get disciplined as well, okay? You can't achieve the things you want with that lack of discipline, with that lack of focus. It is time to change the way you go about doing things, and I'm loving this for you. The Magician is here, which I have yet to talk about because this is you. You don't know this about yourself yet. You do, but you doubt it. You doubt. This is the thing you doubt. You doubt that you can do it. You have doubts, which is why for you I had to change it to hopes, because you're hoping that this will happen. You don't want to even think about it as a goal. And now it's time to change that. You have to set goals to achieve them. If you have hopes, it means you're allowing for everything else to get in the way. If you have goals, you set, manageable, approachable steps. What are they? I can't think of what they're called. My head's a little bit foggy and crazy. But, measurable, achievable steps so that you can achieve what you want. That is what's missing from this, okay? That's what's missing for you. This clear direction and this belief that you can have anything you want, okay? Now, there may be some things that you can't have. And so maybe me saying that, you think, oh, I can't have that. Well, yeah, everybody's the same. Everybody has limitations on what they can achieve. But if we set out with that ceiling in front of us, we'll never smash it. We'll never get through that ceiling. If we have a ceiling on our own heads, we'll always have that there because we don't believe we can have anything better. We don't believe we can achieve it. Okay, these are some fantastic cards for you. There is some change happening. Now, the cards that I talked about here, this is when you refocus, okay? Because these cards need to be turned around. Because at the moment, you don't have this bunch of skills that I'm talking about because of the way everything's gone in the past. So it's about refocusing for you, okay, before you move forward. There's success here. It's in the reverse because you're not ready for it. You're still not focused. The Fool here is here about the new start, the fresh start, starting something new. But if you start these things now, if you do this without focusing, without setting these goals about what you want for the future, then you will have another misstep. It's not another mistake. It's a misstep because you go in not when you're not completely ready. You go in, I want to say half-cocked, but just know that that's not the best term. But that's what this is. This is going in when you're not ready. And you're not ready for success. You know, these cards in the reverse, I am not ready for success. That's how you can read this. I am not ready for success. Pile number 2, you need to turn it around. You, nobody else can do this for you. This is about setting goals, not hopes. Your goals and dreams can come true for you. You have to set, I think it's called SMART. Something measurable, whatever. Look it up. SMART. My brain is not going there. You can achieve what you want. You need to refocus and you need to persevere until you get where you want to go. I hope you've enjoyed this reading today. Thank you for being here. I have enjoyed this reading for you. I hope to see you in a reading in the future. Bye for now. Hi there, pile number 3. If you chose the Mystic Merlinite, then this is your reading today, all about your goals and dreams. Now, I feel like whatever your goals and dreams are, they feel kind of a little bit mental in the sense, not that you're mental, but you know that you've got some ideas and things, and I feel like you might be getting to the point where you're ready to walk away from them, whatever your ideas are. The Eight of Cups or the Eight of Emotions is really talking about you getting ready to leave that behind. And I feel like this thing has been quite like you're clashing with somebody about it, whatever that thing is for you. And then we have the moon. So the moon, like we've got 2 big discs here, 2 big energy balls. So I feel like we're really working with something here that you don't have all the answers to. And perhaps it's been very confronting and very annoying for you. So when we put these in, this could be for some of you about starting a family, about a commitment to starting a family, and it has not been all easy, smooth sailing. We can see the transformation here. I feel some of you may have lost a child, and your dream, and we have the child coming in there. Your dream for having a child may feel like it is not going to happen for you. And then we have another card here. So this definitely does feel like that could be for some of you. Obviously, it won't be for everybody who's watching. This is a group reading. What have we got here? Interesting. So I do feel like you're ready to leave doing this. I do feel like you have had enough. For others of you, this might be that you're leaving, you might be leaving a relationship, and that might be breaking up a family, because we've got the commitment there, we've got the family, we've got transformation and peace, and they're in reverse. So there could have been, and this could be that there are children involved here in this relationship that you're thinking about leaving. So this is a thinking about leaving something, and I don't know if you're going to go through with it, but I do know that because this is a group reading, this is going to be a little bit challenging for me to read, because I know that I'm looking at people who are trying to have a baby and people who have children. And so maybe you fit into both camps of those ones anyway. The Sun here is really coming out with that. There is a lot of potential in this reading for whichever camp you're sitting in. If your hopes and dreams are to have children, or to have a family or a happy family, because I feel like some of you may have a family, but it may not be happy, then, the Sun is coming out here with that playful, childlike sort of energy to say that this is on offer for you. It is still on the table. Your goals and dreams around those things are still here. There is Spirit is acknowledging your concern. Spirit is acknowledging the pain that that you've been going through, and the anxiety, you know, this, and it's almost a mental prison that you have created for yourself. And there was a big doubt in my mind about something as I was talking about that. So there's a lot of doubt, you know, and this could be that perhaps you've been told by professionals that you won't conceive a child. Perhaps you're going through marriage counselling and, you know, it doesn't look that good. And there's a lot of emotion coming up in my body here, and perhaps you're getting ready to leave. But I do feel like that there's more positivity here than you have been feeling. I feel like there's a lot of negative emotions been happening. There's a lot of the dark side of this stuff been showing up for you in your life at the moment, and this goal of having a happy life, having a happy family, having a family has been really put on hold. It's almost like it's, you know, out of your reach. That's this feeling that I'm getting, that you've felt like it's out of your reach. This idea that it's going to be happy, that it's going to be, maybe you've had a childhood belief that, you know, life was meant to be like this, and this came before that, and then that happened, and then that happened. You know what I mean? Maybe you've been hoping for this for a long time. Maybe you've been putting steps in progress for some time to make this work. Maybe you've tried multiple times to make this goal and dream work. And the fact that I've got transformation in the reverse and peace in the reverse tells me that this transformation for you is very upsetting. It is not what you want. It's not the life that you want to be living right now. But having said that, I can feel that there's other things that are potentially here for you, because, and I am going to draw some cards separately for some different things, because I am getting multiple things happening, which I have been saying all along. There is this celebration that you're wanting, you know, this celebration of whether this is having a child or whether this is a happy family, but you've got that sitting next to the world. Great cards. This could be a marriage even for some of you, but definitely this could be a child. And I'm saying could be, it's not definite. This is a group reading that we're looking at. There is something that you need to put down. Whether this is your rules and beliefs around this thing, because I just noticed underneath was the Emperor. And this feels like it's very much tying these things together. So whatever your belief around this commitment, there's some structures and beliefs, even foundations of some of these things that really need looking at. You need to decide whether they're the things you want to move forward with, because I feel like you're holding on to a lot of stuff here that is not necessarily right for you, and perhaps it is the thing that's slowing you down. Perhaps it's the thing that's stopping you from getting to your goals and dreams, and perhaps this is because there is conflict here. The Emperor here is really talking about the structure of how you're doing this, you know, like is this built on you having certain beliefs around a relationship, a family. It's a lot about that, the structural ideas, and how much of the burden do you need to carry. There's very much that sort of thing happening here. Like perhaps if this is about you falling pregnant, there's not just one person who's responsible for the onus. And even if that turns out to be that it is a certain part of your anatomy that doesn't want to, you know, do the job that it's designed for, and there's a problem there, it's still not all your responsibility. You have a family by coming together, and if not everybody's coming together, then that's the structure you need to look at. Because if you're both not on the same page, then that's where the problems are coming in. And if your dreams and hopes for the future are not the same as your partner's, then that's creating more conflict, and the commitment needs to be equal to bring this in. It can't just be you. The Hermit here reverse is telling me that you're not going inside enough. You're not sort of questioning yourself when it comes to, you're not being reflective upon your own actions here. Now, I am saying that with a grain of salt because I know there's a lot of you who are being very hard on yourself. And I know that there's a lot of you who are being overly critical of yourself. So I'm not saying that because I want you to be more critical of yourself. I want you to be gentle with yourself, but I want you to be honest with yourself. Am I pushing this and I'm the only person that wants this? You know what I mean? That kind of honesty. It's about knowing your own mind before you start the conversation, before you get back into the conflict. There is an opportunity here for you on the earth plane. So this could be a new child. This could be a better, more prosperous, more communicative relationship, a stronger relationship. But the thing is, this is the Page of Swords reversed. There feels like, tripping over your own tongue kind of thing. There's things that need to be said and they need to come out. There's no hiding from them. You can't ignore them. You can't let things go unless you air them. And that's the important part. This is the airing of the things that you feel like that aren't. This is the moon. The things that haven't been said about your family, about how it all works, the structure of it. This is what needs to come out. You can't hold on to the way it was, and you can't hold on to certain parts of it if you want it to be successful, if you want it to be what you want. You might be somebody who, goodness gracious, you might be somebody who is, more emotional than the other person that you're dealing with. You might be a natural mother. You might be really quite empathic or psychic. And maybe that conflicts and confuses your energy when it comes to all of this stuff. And maybe you want it to be all your way and you're not thinking about the other person as much as you think you are. There is the Chariot here in the reverse sitting next to the Emperor is talking about someone perhaps bulldozing through, perhaps, not understanding their own emotions as much as they think they do. Perhaps they think certain things about themselves. And there is an opportunity here for you to get what you want. But the thing is, you've got to do a lot of learning to get there. The world is coming out to tell you that you get on top when you make the choices that are, right for everybody and not just for yourself. When you actually step into these roles of being the Empress, because the Empress is about, everybody's enjoying this energy. The High Priestess comes from her higher self, and then I've got the Strength card coming in too, and the Temperance card. So this is about coming from your higher self when this comes in for you, when all this challenge comes in for you. Your hopes and dreams and your goals are there for the taking, but you can't continue the way you've been going. This is about redress. This is a redress and a rebalance for you, which is the Temperance card. This is about understanding that you are strong. You will get what you want. It may not show up exactly the way that you think it's going to. You have to do some work here. This is not just the other person that you're involved in. This is not just whatever it is. It's not just trying. This is doing work. But you're capable of it, and it's really definitely coming up for you. We've got the World, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. It's in the reverse because it's showing me at the moment it's out of balance. Stop rejecting what life is bringing for you, because life is bringing up what you're ready for. And when you're ready for the next thing, and when you're ready to let go of the way you thought it was going to show up, then it'll start bringing the things that you actually want in life. So it's like, it's a redress. I just have to keep saying that word. Pile number 3, this is a redress of what your goals and dreams are. It's about looking at them, deciding which ones are still yours, Which ones will you fight for, and which ones can you let go? Which ones can you let the other person have the win for? Yeah, big energies coming in for you, pile number 3. Thank you for being here. If you've enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you're not, and hope to see you in the future. Bye for now. Hi there, pile number 4. If you chose the Beach Find stone, then this is your reading today. Now, this is all about your hopes and dreams. And I feel like we have the 5 of materials. So you may have had things that where you feel like all the doors have been closed, like you haven't had access to the things that you've wanted, or that you've had access but then the door's been closed at some point. And the Sun telling me again that something that you're wanting or that you're hoping for is kind of like burning a hole in your pocket almost, like there's something that's really driving you. And now that I'm moving these tarot cards up, they're tarot cards as well, but different ones. I'm feeling that there's something that you're very, very excited about. There's something that you have a big dream about. And it's interesting because some of the groups have been quite literal, whereas this group feels more general. So I'm going to talk in general terms. But I have the Queen of Wands, and then I have the Six of Wands. The Queen of Wands knows her mind. She knows what she wants. She's very passionate. So she's not really about her mind, but she's more about the passion and excitement. And that was what I was seeing up here with the Sun, that there is this burning thing within you. And perhaps now Spirit is sending me over here because the bottom of this deck for you is the Star. And perhaps you are working on something that you're either creative project, perhaps you're in the limelight. Perhaps you're doing something where you are the center of attention. And I'm liking this for you, pile 4, because we've got the 5 of materials, which is about someone saying to you, no, that's not for you. And then next to it, I've now put the 6 of Pentacles. So we're going from this old thing, this obsolete thing, someone saying to you, and I'm very specific here, someone saying to you it's not for you. And perhaps someone said to you that's a stupid thing to do, you never make money doing that, or you'll never get anywhere doing that kind of thing. Whereas you have gone, no, I'm very, very passionate about this. I have to do it, there's no choice here. I have to do this. And it feels like that's where you're going. You're going to the success because you're so determined. You have this strength of will and character to take you there. The Knight of Swords, swift action, and again, we've got that, the bird has got the redness around the throat. So, you could be someone who literally talks for a living. You could be somebody who, does a YouTube channel, or is an actress or actor or a radio podcast person, whatever this is, it feels communicative. Goodness, can't even get the words out. But there is a rebalance coming in for you. Whatever somebody told you, whether this was school, whether people said, oh, that's a stupid idea, you'll never get there, you know what I mean? Whoever said that to you, take no notice of them. Take absolutely no notice of them. It's here. All the pain, the suffering, it's here. But this is taking no notice. This is knowing that that's the end of that shit, putting it behind you. You'll get where you're going. This is the most unassuming little rock that was, out of the piles to choose from, and you chose it. It looks like it's nothing exciting, and this is what's hiding within you, and that's the Moon. This is you. Your shadow side is, instead of being a shadow, it is the side that brings up the brilliance. It's the bit that turns up the light within you. So all of those things that people have said to you that you're not the thing that you want to be, because I have the 3 of Swords here. People have told you you're not good enough. People have told you that you won't succeed. Well, you're going to prove them wrong. You are definitely going to prove them wrong. You are not here to make what they believe about you come true. You are here for the absolute opposite of that. You're here to show them that, you know, that their beliefs are from small-minded people, that their beliefs are more self-serving and they've got nothing to do with you. Really, that is the best way that I can sum this up. Their beliefs about you are their beliefs about themselves, not about you. They don't believe that they could do it. They can't imagine how they might do their goals and dreams. They don't have big goals and dreams because they're frightened of getting hurt. Now, you've already been through this because I can see it. It's showing up 3 times here. And one way I like to think of 3s is that that's it. You've done it, you know. You've done it. You're moving on from it. This is you understanding that that part of the process was part of the process, you know. It's going to shape you into who you are. It's going to mold you into the person that becomes this person that can project themselves. So, you know, it does feel like you're a creative visionary. That's another way of talking about it. You feel like you've seen your share of dark nights. You have people telling you things that, you know, if the tables were turned, you wouldn't say them. You wouldn't say these things to people because you wouldn't crush their hopes. Whereas people have done that to you. People have made you feel like you're small, like you're young, like you don't know what you're doing. You know, Page of Cups reversed. Don't know what you're doing. The Hangman reversed. But the thing is that these people have taught you something. They've taught you how not to do it. That's what this is. This is the lesson, you know. The 5 of materials. I'm going to keep that up there because I want to keep coming back to that. But the pain that people have inflicted upon you was so you learn the lesson, so that you didn't do it. You had to see it differently. You had to realize that people can sometimes be mean because they don't understand you. They can't pigeonhole you. They can't put you in a place. They can't say, oh, this is this person, whatever your name is. They can't say, oh, that's her and this is what she does. Because it confronts them. It gets in their way of how they see things, okay? It upsets their thoughts to think that you might be different, and because they don't know how that works, okay? So they are protecting themselves when they have spoken ill about you, when they have put you down, when they have criticized you, when they have told you that you're doing the wrong thing. All of those things, because I can feel so much of that here, is them talking about themselves. And it has not felt like that. I know that it has not felt like that. Because their projection was about them. But because they projected it outwards, it felt like it was about you. You've had to learn this. You've had to learn how to protect yourself. You've had to learn to be gentle with yourself, because not everybody that you meet is going to treat you the way that you would treat others. Your hopes and dreams involve you being paid for what it is that you do. And I do see that because we have the financial health and we have the blessings card right next to each other. It doesn't mean that it's going to be an easy road. It doesn't mean it's going to be, you know, quick success and things like that. But we do have the only card in the tarot that actually, you know, talks about a redistribution of funds or an equaling out of funds. And the fact that we've got this as well as the Justice card, I really like that for you. I also like the King of Swords here. The thing about the experiences, and we have 2 swords, we have the King of Swords and the Justice card, and they are very much kind of mirroring each other. This one, the King of Swords, is talking about you knowing your own mind. It's knowing your own mind of what you want and not listening to other people. It is believing your own words and convictions. And because that's the thing that'll get you what you want, okay? Sitting right under the sun, the financial health, I love this. You have to be passionate and you have to believe in yourself. What you're choosing to do, what your goals and dreams are about, which I haven't talked about because they feel more general in this group. But you're passionate and excited because it's creative, it's exciting, you know, all those sorts of things. And it's something that you keep renewing your own passion with. And this, again, this is something people don't like. If you've got a mundane crap job and you listen to someone who's talking about the fact that, you know, they're constantly coming up with new ideas and, you know, they're starting a new project and blah, blah, blah. People don't like that. People don't want to hear about that if that's not their experience. So you coming up with your new ideas and your new creative endeavors, whatever they are, not everybody wants to hear that, but they're not coming from the place of love and acceptance. They're coming from jealousy and feeling left out, really. You know, it's coming from a place of hurt. But this is knowing your own mind. This is knowing that your ideas, your thoughts, your creations, whatever these things are, you need to believe yourself before anyone will believe you. The Justice card here is coming in to say that, you know, all of this stuff that you've been through, it's like justice will be meted. It will be leveled out. The Ace of Pentacles is the start, the new idea, the fresh opening that you're waiting to see. And for some of you, I feel like you've already walked through this door. For others of you, this is more of the same. It is the financial health. It is this excitement. It is you pursuing exactly what you want. The Death card is telling me that you may experience several starts. Do you know what I mean? Like your goals and dreams may come in chunks. There may be something that you start and you have success with it and you then move on to something else. It doesn't mean it's going to be seamless. It doesn't mean it's going to fall in your lap. There's none of that here. There is work. There is you understanding. It's not you being right, but there is an aspect of that here for you. So I'm not going to lie. There is an aspect of you getting what you want, and sorry, I'm just losing my train of thought. There is this aspect of you being right. Okay, so I just have to say that because I think you need to hear it. And so that's what I'm saying. Spirit is telling you, you are right. These people are coming from the wrong place when they're judging you, and they are judging you. The Devil here is showing up to show you all of that. It's showing that their judgment upon you, their beliefs about you are not based on what it is you're putting out. It's based on what they lack. Enough said, I think, is what Spirit wants to say here. You will get what you want. You will succeed. And I feel like you'll have multiple things that you succeed at, okay? So you might not be somebody who becomes, let's say if you're an actress, you may not become an actress and stay in the one role for your whole life. Or you may become an actress for a certain period of time and then you'll adapt and move on to something else. You'll have multiple successes. It doesn't feel like they're all the same success to me. I feel like there's some stop-starts, which I did talk about. But there is a strong, reliable structure in your life that is based on success. That's how I feel about this group. Your goals and dreams, you're building them upon this firm foundation of success because of the work that you've done in achieving or, you know, realizing your goal, redefining it, shaping it, making it into exactly what it is that you want from life. But this is the wish fulfillment card. This is the, you know, graduating university. And this is all these choices being available to you. I think that's a wonderful way to end this reading for you. I see you succeeding in your goals and your dreams. And I feel like once you've succeeded in that goal or dream, you might then dream up something else. And I think that's a beautiful way of living a life. So thank you very much for watching. Please let me know in the comments below what you thought of the reading. And hope to see you in a reading in the future. Bye for now.